we're going to be building sub-agents with Claude code. We're gonna. I've never done this before. It's going to be a fun, exciting adventure. We're going to see how we do it and what are they useful? Can they even, if we have them, if we use them, are they even worth it? Like, are they actually useful? That's one of the things I'm curious about. We're going to try it. We're going to install some sub-agents. We're going to define our own. We're going to read the instructions first. We got to read the manual. Then we're going to install them here in our terminal. We got Claude up and running up here at the top of the screen. And you can see that we've got a tutorial here, or at least that guides the instructions about how building with Claude Code sub-agents. And we're going to try it. We're going to see what it was like. We're going to have some of our own sub-agents. And we'll see how it goes. They make it. Hey, Ashford, it's good to see you. Saw you yesterday. It was great to have you. I'm glad to have you back. That's really exciting. Today, we're going to be building with Claude Code sub-agents. We're going to see, are they worth it? Does it make it better? Or does it make, and what can be better? What would be considered better? Like better code, better output and productivity? Does it make me happier, right? Because if it means that it's less work for me and it makes me happier, that counts. That counts. That goes a long way. Even if it's not like a better productivity output, but it makes me happier, that counts as better. So let's try it. Let's get started. So I'm gonna start. We're gonna read through sub-agents on Claude Code, and we're gonna install it here in the terminal window that we've got. All right. So great news. Specialized agents in Claude Code for task-specific workloads and improved context management. Okay, which means that it says improved context management. Or we'll see what that means. That probably means that you have each sub-agent gets its own context, which we found out in previous efforts that when you use an AI model and you start off by populating its context window, the early context window is really powerful and really accurate and gives you really good output and outcome. What's missing from that is once you go further down, it starts to degrade. So if you have sub-agents and they all get their own start from scratch sub-windows, that means that you should have a better output. Custom sub-agents in Claude Code are specialized AI assistants that can be invoked to handle specific types of tasks. They enable more efficient problem solving by providing task-specific configurations with customized system prompts, tools, so you can give them the separate tools, I guess, in that case, and separate context window. Yeah, okay, so you do get a separate context window. They get to start from the beginning. All right, what are sub-agents? We just talked about what sub-agents are pre-configured AI personalities. I guess you could call them professions, like different professions. Right? They could be personalities. I suppose you could have fun with this. That Claude Code can delegate tasks to. Each sub-agent has a specific purpose and expertise area. All right. Uses his own context window separate from the main window. Oh, all right. So there's so Claude Code, like there'd be Claude Prime, where it's the original context window, and then it can call out. So Claude Code will call out, just like MCP servers, Model Context Protocol. Claude Code can decide to call out to a sub-agent. I wonder how we can invoke it. Can be configured with specific tools it's allowed to use. Okay. Includes custom system prompt. Yes. Okay, cool. Let's do it. When Claude Code encounters a task that matches sub-agent's expertise, it can delegate tasks to specialized sub-agent, which works independently and returns the results to probably the main context window. So we get context preservation. Each sub-agent operates on its own context. Okay. Specialized expertise. Agents can be fine-tuned with detailed instructions for specific domains, leading to higher success rates on delegated or designated tasks. Okay. That makes sense because the early context window succeeds better. Reusability. Oh, yeah. Okay. So once you have sort of like a pattern that you like maybe one sub-agent, you like it, you can just reuse them for future tasks. That's kind of neat. Different projects shared with your teammates too. Flexible permissions. Each sub-agent can have different tool access, allowing to limit powerful tools to specific sub-agent types. So in that case, if you have like a specific role, maybe it's just an auditor or a reviewer or a code reviewer, right? And they go in and review the pull request. The agent wouldn't have any write permissions. They would only have read and the ability to comment. So in that case, that could be really powerful. Let's do it. Let's build a sub agent. All right, I want to do it. I want to make this happen. We're going to make this possible. All right, quick start to create your first sub agent. Open the sub agent interface. Okay, so we're going to run a command. I've got Claude Code running here. Run the agents command. Let's do it. / agent. That's plural. All right, let's do it. We got it. Okay, so we can create a new agent. No agents found. Yeah, because we haven't done this before. Create specialized agents that Claude Code can delegate. Each sub agent has its own context, custom system prompt, specific tools. Code reviewer, code simplifier. That's the one I want. I want code simplifier. Because here's the deal. Code, when it's written, is debt. It's becoming less important now with AIs being able to read the code for you. So it's less debt, really. But code simplification, it's nice because it could, I mean, if there's, you spend money on tokens, the more the AI has to read, the more money you spend. So if you have simpler code, it could cost you less money. Security reviewer, tech lead, or UX reviewer. UX reviewer. That's interesting. So this is what I don't know yet. Can Claude Code, does it have vision? Can it see like visual? I haven't tested to see if it can do that. All right, let's see what we got here. We're going to create a new agent. We'll do for the personal or Claude. Do we want to do, all right, project? Oh, we'll do project. So let's make it local first. Generate with Claude, recommended. Okay, we'll do that. Describe what this agent should do. Okay, so let's do code simplifier. Reduces. Yeah, we want to reduce code complexity, but also volume, right? Reduce code complexity and code volume. Make code easy to read. Okay, let's see what it says. It's going to, okay, so we know what's going to happen here. So Claude Code agent is going to generate for us. It's going to generate for us an agent, a sub agent. It's gonna do all the hard work for us. Let's see how it goes. I'm actually kind of curious. Well, while that's generating, we'll keep. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we'll give it everything. I don't see why not because it's going to simplify. So let's continue. We'll just do balance performance, color. Oh, So this is going to be the code simplifier. And when you're making PRs and your git commit, when you see like the negative signs, the red negative, that's code reduction. So I know we didn't say code reduction, but this kind of implied. So I'll just say red. Okay, what do we got here? Is there extra stuff on the screen? Okay, there is. Okay, here we go. So we're creating a new agent from confirm and save. Code simplifier, tools, all of them, model sonnet. Description tells Claude when to use this agent. Use this agent when you need to reduce code complexity, eliminate redundancies, improve readability, refactor complex improvements. Examples, context user has written a complex function with nested loops and then I guess it's truncated. It's not going to go any further. System prompt. Good morning, Sumit. Hey, Sumit, good to see you. Good morning, Pineapple. Yeah, we're currently doing sub agents. We're seeing if Claude Code can perform better. Does it have a better output with sub agents? I'm actually kind of curious. Looking very good. Look very nice. Thank you. That's awesome. Good to hear. Appreciate it. Compliments. So we're creating our own sub agents, and we're going to see if they work. Or actually, they probably will, obviously. But how good do they work? Are they good, or just kind of good? So that's what I'm curious about. Press S or enter to save. All right, we did it. Wait. 4 agents. I created 1 agent. What do you mean 4 agents? What does this mean? Code simplifier. Rohan. Hey, Rohan, good to see you. Hi, welcome in. We're currently running Claude Code sub agents. We're going to test them out. We're going to see, are they better than just regular interaction with Claude? Good. Yeah, that's awesome, Sumit. Good to hear. Milan, hey, Milan John, how's it going? Hey, hello, bro. We're building code with Claude, but we're using sub agents, and we're going to test them out. We're going to see, are they better? Are they better or not? Milo 89. Hey, how's it going? Milo, I'm really excited. We got started with, we made our first agent. We haven't used it yet. A edit, how's it going? Hey, hi, good to see you. Glad to have you here. We just built our first sub agent in Claude Code. Is it better? Is it going to work? I don't know. For some reason, it says there's 4 agents, but I only created 1. Why does it say there's 4? This is so weird. I'm actually kind of curious. We're currently building some projects here, but we're going to test out sub agents with Claude Code. Is it better? Is it actually better? We're going to find out. Milo, thanks. Glad to find you're live. Yeah, we're live. We're live right now. And we just built our own agent, even though it says there's 4. I don't know why it says there's 4, but we only made 1, or the code simplifier. Yeah. Sumit, you say transitive dependency between 4 agents. Okay. That's right. That's how it goes. Let's see. We're gonna find out. So we just created an agent. Yep, we did that. We selected a project. We generated with Claude, which we did, and then we gave it tool selections. And then we said we didn't edit the prompt though. We just saved. Now your sub agent is now available. Claude will use use it automatically. So here's what I'm wondering is how do we invoke it now that we have a sub agent? So I was able to go into we have very big code bases at our company. I was able to go in with Claude Code and Codex and Gemini and make changes to the code base using just natural language. And it did a very good job. What it wasn't good at was we had a bug. So here's a scenario. We'll walk through a story. There was a bug in our server, and we needed to figure out where it was. We tried to use the code agents to find the bug, and it wasn't able. We're trying to make it better. That's actually one of the things that I'm doing right now. Is I'm learning about code of these sub agents in Claude. That's the plan. We're learning about sub agents in Claude. And we're going to see how that if I bring this knowledge to the teams, how it can make their lives better and make them more productive and happy. Because one of the things is it better can be quantified in different ways. More productive, less errors, faster, those sorts of things. But it can also be quantified by happiness. Are you happier with this setup? And so that's what we're going for. We can count happiness as better. Actually, a really good idea. I mean, that would be a good sub agent. So that an optimization agent. Milo, can one be a good vibe coder without knowing to actually code? Maybe. So yes, I think you can. I think it's a new kind of skill, and you'd be able to maybe even do better without knowing to code. Because when you're a software engineer and then you've been introduced into the new vibe coding approaches, guess what? You come with all this foreknowledge and the way things are supposed to be, right? You kind of already know because you've been through it before, and so you know what it's like. So it could be a detriment with having that extra knowledge. It might be better to not have coding knowledge and to become a coder for just using its coding agents. So yeah. If you're like me, you learn by doing. Just keep going. You learn by doing. Like right now, what we're doing is we are currently, we created a sub agent with Claude Code, and we wanted to see what it's like to use it. We did it. So we have a code simplifier here. View agent. I'm actually kind of curious. Check this out. Here's the agent that we made. It's a code simplifier. It's an expert code refactoring, a specialist, deep expertise. So that's actually kind of cool. Engineer principles, design patterns, verbose, analyze, assessment phase. Oh, simplification strategy. Pretty cool. That's neat. I'm actually kind of excited to use it. I'm going to try it out. Private Milo, what do you think is better, Cursor or Claude Code? I like Claude Code, and I like to use, because I can use it with my own IDE, which is Vim. I use Vim to edit all my code. So it works really well. Plus, if you're vibe coding, you don't really need an IDE so much anymore, right? Right? You shouldn't have to read the code. So what's the point of Cursor in the first place? You don't need it. You just need to have an interface with an agent to be able to do your work for you. So why have this giant screen of real estate dedicated to the code that you're not going to read anyway? Little tiny chat window, right? See, look. Check this out. Uh, cursor, cursor IDE. Check this out. I want to show some images. I mean, look, let's look at this. Let's really take a peek at this. All right, here's a good example. All right. And it's like, there we go. All right, let's zoom in. All right, so it's not so bad, but look, more than like 60% of the screen is dedicated to stuff you don't need to know anymore, right? Like, what do you need all this for? You don't need it anymore. You just need this part right here. That's all the future. You just need this part. You don't need this over here. It's a totally different game now. So why have cursor in the first place? Just use Claude Code. What does Claude Code cost you per month, if I may ask? So we have this game at the company, at the business, at PubNub, where who can use the most AI. And we've spent thousands of dollars consuming tokens per month. And we are not done spending yet. We want to spend more, and we like it. And we're good at it, and we're happy. We're like, who can do the most? Who can spend the most tokens? It's sort of like a game that we have here in the engineering team. So that's kind of exciting. But thousands of dollars is the answer. Heavenly Demon, is this Claude Code? Yeah, it is. Yep, it sure is. Milo, how do you prompt Claude Code with MD files? So there is a claude.md, but you also don't have, you can refer to any MD file when you're prompt. You just give it the name. Yeah, that's the idea. Like, that's what we want. We actually want to figure out ways to, we want to lean in so much into this that we want to see if we can go all the way. Because right now, most of the team, it's still hard to give up your original expertise of being a software engineer over to a code agent. It's just difficult. One, because you're giving away part of your happiness. It's a lot of fun to write code, but you have to give that over to the AI, and so you're throwing that away, which is hard. The other is we're just not very good at it yet, and so we need to get better. And once we are, we'll consume more of it, and we want that. We want to be there to be able to have the opportunity to increase our productivity. Personally, myself, I've used it within some of the tasks of teams, and I found that it does a really good job. Like we have Jira, we use Jira, take a Jira ticket, go over, have the AI prompt with the Jira ticket, and then it does the work, and then you audit the work. So it does a lot of it does a really good job. I love it a lot. It makes me happy. All right. Blanc, vibe coding is a complete joke. You should learn to actually code. It is good to learn to actually code because then you'll know how to read and audit the code, especially right now because we're only in 2025. We're at the beginning of these coding agents. They're not that good yet. I mean, they are. They do a good job going a modular and structural way while vibe coding along with some coding skills. Yeah. And it's a bit research to help a lot to build fast, really speaking, though, through experience. It is. So it does help a lot. One of the things that I found working with these agents is being more prescriptive about kind of what I want the task to be done and having more of an eye. They'll get cheaper because the AI models will get better, faster, and more tuned. So you've heard of multimodal or multi-agent, what is it called? Mixture of experts models. We'll probably, instead of having a mixture of experts so much, we'll be creating specific, fully focused models on exact tasks and disciplines. And then we'll have like a router that routes to each of these disciplines, and it will be better from that perspective. So we don't have to worry about it, which means the tokens get cheaper. The AI agents don't know what that is. They just don't know what it is. And so we had to do special considerations. The good news is, after describing it to the AI, it was able to understand what the problem was and implement a fix, but it didn't know what it was out the gate. Though I do agree, agents are expensive. They're so expensive right now. Yeah, you're right. Let's get back to it here really quick. We're building a subagent. We built a subagent. It's got coding standards. Now let's actually use it for something. So what I want to do is let's write an application. Let's do it. So let's bring the screen up a little bit. Boop, boop, boop. Here we go. Let's use our sub agent. Let's see how it works. We'll do this. Okay, so let's get back to the main window. All right, so we've got a code simplifier. Write a PubNub app that shows cars on a map. Here we go. We'll send you the connect on LinkedIn. Okay, cool. Sounds good. And a demo mode where the cars move around on the map. Okay. Let's see what it comes up with, and then we'll ask it to use the code simplifier afterwards. Heavenly Demon, sometimes you just have to look for documentation to feed. Yeah, it's all about context. You're right. The model to understand the problem better. You're totally right. And that's why a lot of documentation is going to be really important. So you've got humans that will need to do that. Here we go. Let's get it going. Let's have it automatically make things happen here. So it's running, it's building, it's making things different. And we'll see if our code agent or sub agent makes it better. So we just made a sub agent for the first time ever. We're going to see what this sub agent looks like and how it works, and we're going to try it out. So that's the whole point of this. So we just built like a demo app. Let's pull up the demo app and see what it looks like. Yeah, let's see what it looks like. I'm kind of curious. Here we go. Let's do it. All right. So our demo app is going to be. Let's split the screen really quick, and then we'll see what did it build for us. We're going to see here in our directory at the bottom of the screen. We're going to see. Okay, here we go. Index and app.js. Actually, I'm kind of curious. App.js. Oh, this is going to be cool. Okay, so we can have, check this out. So this is what we're going to have the agent simplify. It's pretty simple code as is, but maybe there's some optimizations here. Maybe there could be some optimizations because yeah, there's a lot of code in here. As you can see, there's quite a bit of code. So we can have our AI agent simplify this. It's pretty simple right now, but let's find out. So what we want to do is we will open that file. Papi Chulu, do you make this agent on your own? Yeah, well, we used Claude Code to make the agent for us. So I told it what I wanted the sub agent to be. And what is the difference between a sub agent and an agent? So it's just context. So sub agent versus agent. They're all agents at this point. They're just a sub agent is a context where you have agent prime in this case Claude prime, where you have a master, the main agent that is going to take care of all the child agents or the sibling agents, right? So that's kind of the idea of what a sub agent is. You've got a main agent above. You could use a different model. So this is what like a tier based model that we're using right now. So you've got main agent and then you've got sub agents, but you could use a federated agent model where it's different, where all the agents work independently and they have no one to report to. There's no master or main agent. So that's what a sub agent is versus an agent. They're all agents, but a sub agent is a specific variant on that where it says it's going to report back to the main agent. In skill kind of relationship, you're right. Yes, it's a router, right? So you've got the main agent, which is the router. And then you've got the sub agent, which is a skill. It's got its own specific skills and context window in agentic AI terms. Totally. Absolutely. You're totally right. Let's try it out. Let's try to use the sub agent. I know we're keeping things simple here and we can build like a whole army of sub agents and they can go off and do a bunch of tasks for us in a forever long running loop, which we're definitely going to do. That'll be a good one. I want to run Claude in a while loop that just continuously iterates on a project and builds it and makes it better. Let's try it out. Are we ready? This is it. We're going to do it. We're going to try out the sub agent part of this picture. Let's get our screen a little bit bigger so we can see what's going on. All right, here we go. And let's say, okay. All right, here we go. We need it to invoke what's our agent called again? It was called a code simplifier. Okay, let's do it. All right. Use code simplifier IER agent to reduce the code in app.js. To be honest, let's just see what it looks like. We're trying it out. We're testing out. We're going to see if it's going to do its job. Is it going to do it? I'll use the code simplifier agent to reduce the complexity and reduce the app.js. Here we go. Code simplifier. It did it. It popped it up. Look, it's right there. It's doing it. Wolves. So using a GenKit library or LangChain stuff. Yeah. So LangChain's the OG. GenKit's slightly newer. You can totally do those, and that would be another approach to providing a workflow for multiple agents. And it's necessary and important because when you sub out to another agent, they get a brand new context window, and that brand new context window has a higher chance of success than a long running context window using a single agent, because it reduces in its quality of output the longer you run it. Because they just haven't been trained, and it's difficult to train on the divergence for long-running context. Yeah, they can do. Usman, hey, how's it going? Usman, Sugar Design, hello. Hey, how's it going? We are currently using Claude Code sub-agents, and we did it. We actually did it, and it did its job. It did what it wanted it to do. It was really cool. That was impressive. I just thought that was really cool. So our sub-agent here. Ooh, you get it now. Yeah, isn't that cool? It's like training. It's so cool. You can use these larger models to train smaller models, and you just do it by having a training data set, but then you have the big model label that training data set with the labels that you're looking to train a smaller model with, and then you save not only energy, but it's faster because it's basically instant, and it's near perfect on accuracy. It's so cool. Assistant, hi, what are you doing? Oh, okay, so let's get back to it. So what we just did, Aha Assistant, we are using sub-agents. We just built our own sub-agent, and we had the AI build a car tracking map, as you can kind of see here on the screen. And then we had a sub-agent that did some code simplification for us, and it worked. Isn't that cool? So this is like the beginning of it. So it's kind of hard to see. I don't know if you can see, but here on the screen, so I'll kind of highlight it with my cursor. So you can see here the difference. This says 298 lines of code versus, jump over here to this side of the screen, which is 196 lines of code. So it's a victory, right? It did reduce code. One thing we didn't do yet, though, of course, is see if it still works. I don't know if actually, does it still work? I don't know. I don't know if actually it still works. Let's see. Let's find out. I mean, here, let's look at this one. Let's look at, like, this is kind of cheating here, though. Let's be honest. This is kind of cheating. Let's take a quick look. All right. So you see here on line 283, and then you look at the other one on line 185. They just merged it into one line. It's just merged into one line. So it's the same line, but it's, I mean, here, to be fair, this is like the simplest approach to doing what we want. But what we can do now, check this out. What you can do now is create more sub-agents. Let's do that. Let's create a few more sub-agents. Let's do that. Agents. All right, let's create a new agent. We'll generate one. All right, so let's say this is a code reviewer, read only, and provide feedback on improvements. Something like that. And so now we've created a second sub-agent. And what we can do is we can create an army of sub-agents that Claude can now call upon when it needs to help improve its output. So here's my take. Here's the take. Are we at the point of a takeaway? Do you think we're at or can we can we test anything else? Can we test anything else? All right, so we can give it MC, no execution, no edit, just read. It's read only. Here we go. And this will be like let's do purple. Let's do it. All right, so we did it. So we got a new one. Let's see. Let's create one more agent. What are we going to create this one? What's this next agent going to be? Can we do a UX reviewer or UX not a reviewer. I want to say like optimizer, improvement maker. They make it better. They make the UI. Onion Studio. Hey, how's it going? Hi, Onion Studio. We've made some sub agents. We're making a couple of sub agents to make our life better, and we're not at the conclusion point yet. But just as I'm happy. Let's put it that way. I like it. I think we're on to a good start here. Improvement, optimizer. Let's see if it can understand what I want. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? It's good to see you. So we did it. We were successful. We created a sub agent using Claude Code, and we had Claude Code use the sub agent to make improvements on our existing code, and it worked. it actually worked. So that was really impressive. We're just taking a look at it here. Let's see. Oh, let's take Poppy. Hey, can you explain how you implemented this from scratch, like the kind of tech stack you're using, the language you used, and the code and all this? Okay, so we're having a lot of fun with Claude Code. We built some sub agent, and we're building a few more sub agents, and we're in the feedback phase now. We're like entering in our feedback phase. Did it work? Do we like it? Does it make us happy? Did it improve our code? Are we more productive? That sort of thing. Wolf's a UX improver and feedback to improvement on the design. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. That's it. That's what we want here. All right. So we don't want edit tools, no execution tools. There's no need for MCP tools. Maybe there are. Oh wait, no, go back. Okay. We're gonna have to do it again. We'll have to start over. No big deal. Let's see here. Let's get back to our sub agent. We're almost done here. Okay, so we want it to have only read-only tools, no execution tools. All right, continue. Sonnet, and this will be we'll do pink, or cyan would have been good. That's fine, no worries. All right, let's take a look. So we've got a code reviewer, a code simplifier, and a UX improvement optimizer. And there's built-in agents. Oh, that answers the question of why there's 6 agents right here. Built-in, always available agents. That's all you had. You just gotta tell me. Look, it's right there on the screen. That's why there are 6 agents. I know we only created, a couple ourselves. We only created a couple, but there's already 3 from the start. What are there actually? Actually, what are these? So what are the built-ins? General purpose, status line setup. What is that? What is status line setup? Thing to see that our AI agent wrote for us. Check it out. It wrote for us the map tool, and it started us in San Francisco. It did it. It works. It did the job. It works. But I have questions now. There's questions here. What is status line setup and output style setup? Let's look on the internet. So there's these built-in agents. Let's copy these and let's search. I'm curious. What are these built-in agents? Let's see here. Here we go. Built-in agents. Always available. What are they? What are these built-in agents? Okay. Describe built-in agents, output stylists, particularly in the context of Anthropic Claude Code, right? That's where we're at. What are these built-in agents? Okay. General purpose, status line, and output. Okay. Agents are specialized in assisting code design specific tasks. Front-end specialist agent might have specific tools. Yep. Output styles. Was that one of the agents? No, yes, output styles. Okay. Change the main agent's overall personality and approach for an entire session. Interesting. But right now, I'm learning how to use sub-agents and maybe how we can leverage them in the business. How can we make sub-agents better? Can we make them? Can we make our team more productive? Can we make the team happier? Right. So those are good things. Those are good outcomes. All right, here we go. Interpretation of the specific terms. General purpose, this is likely refers to probably the main built-in Sonnet model, which is Anthropic's latest, most capable model. This agent would be configured for a wide variety of tasks. Okay, so this is this is Claude Prime right here. This is Claude Prime, the main agent. Status line setup. This is probably designated to output style agent focused on status line or similar conscious status related outputs. This configuration would be driven by Sonnet model to provide a more specific and likely more advanced type of output. Okay, so this kind of helps us understand what those we didn't know this whole time. Claude Code already had built-in sub-agents. Isn't that amazing? And then we made some of our own. Now that we have our agents, how can we use them? Oh, let's try the UX improver. Use the UX optimizer to improve the user experience of the app. Let's see what it does. Let's see how it works. Vivek, what you doing? Check it out. We are doing sub-agents. So we just created several sub-agents in Claude Code. We walked through how it works. And I thought it was going to be a little more challenging. Like I really did, because there's just a lot of details here. Like if you're really looking through it, there's just a ton of information. And it gets kind of scary with how much detail there is. But we didn't actually have to read through all of the documentation because it's all built into Claude Code directly for us. It's really amazing. See, Poppy, you say, is this live a continuation from a previous live? It is. It is. You're right. If you remember from a previous one, we said we were going to do this. We said we were going to be trying out this is from yesterday. We wanted to try it out. So we want to use the more agentic capabilities of these tools in the workflow and its capability to offer sub-agents or multi-agent development. And I wanted to see how that works. I wanted to try it out for myself and see how good it was. And yeah, Ashford, you're right. It's great scalability. It's really powerful. I'm actually really excited. It's so cool. And it works. I thought it was going to be super hard. I really did. I was like, this is going to be way too difficult. But guess what? It was pretty easy.
Claude is awaiting user input.
Here we go. It's saying it's ready to go. Wolfs. Okay, Wolfs, what do you got? What do you got here? What is the terminal stuff or platform current you have open? Okay, so I'm running on Mac OS. So this is Mac OS. And the terminal emulator is the default terminal emulator that you see. And then GNU screen. So now that we have used 2 of our sub-agents, what is it going to look like? I'm actually really curious. What is it going to be different? So let's open up our card tracking map. And we're going to reload the screen. And we're going to see if it's different. Let's see if it's any different. The UX optimizer came in and made it better. Let's see how they made it better. Here we go. It looks the same. Here we go. Let's see, start mode. I don't think they did anything. So this isn't necessarily okay. Let's jump back to it here. Do you guys see anything different? The UX Improvement Optimizer has provided comprehensive recommendations to. Oh, they didn't actually change anything. They just provided recommendations. You know why? You're supposed to say, "Hey, Steven, you already know what the answer is. You gave it read-only permissions." Remember when we created it? We gave it read-only permissions. Let's look up here. Let's look. See, we created the agent and we gave it read-only permissions. Actually, I don't know is it lower here? Is it lower? Might be here. Is it this one? Code simplifier used. Here. Do it. Make the changes. Okay. Affecting. All right, let's do it. So what we've done is we've used a sub-agent with its expertise and a full brand new context window to make a suggestion of the improvements. And now we are applying those improvements using Claude Prime, or the main agent. And so what we're doing here, one of the cool things is what we can do is you can actually orchestrate this. You can orchestrate this in a way that automates it, and it can run in a while loop and continuously iterate using all of your sub-agents. So you can do that by doing this. You can go in a terminal window and you can say while true, do, and then you say, and then you need to give it a task, right? So echo do build software, right? You give it a software, and then you pipe it into Claude, and right, and then you say -p -. Then it was some other, like, what is it called? What is it? Do you guys remember? Dangerous. I forgot what it says without human intervention. Elisha, hey, how's it going, Elisha? Yo, what you going? Yo, hey, how's it going? We're currently using sub-agents. We're using sub-agents in Claude Code to make our lives better. Or at least we're trying. We're gonna try to do it. So Wolf, do you have an idea how to figure? Here's the deal. We've learned a lot from this Claude Code. We've created 3 sub-agents. We were able to use those sub-agents to make our code better. It worked. It did exactly what we wanted it to do. And now we can use those subagents in the future to do any other of our tasks. So you can make generic subagents, and then you can have the primary agent, which is Claude Code, the main agent itself, call upon those subagents. So here, one second. I want to finish my thought down here. This thought down here, because it was a good thought. I want to finish it. All right. So Claude dash help. Let's see. There is a dangerously skip permissions parameter that I'm looking for. I'm pretty sure it's called dangerous. Sparse. Sparse. How is the flow working with these agents? So here's the deal. We're just getting started. This is like the initial setup. So what you want to do, here's the deal. Check this out. Listen to this. Check this out. What you want to do is create these subagents. Get them ready to go, because you can plan it out. You can plan out your project. Create the subagents, like a code reviewer, a code optimizer, someone who comes in and reduces code, a UX optimizer, maybe a couple others, maybe an architect reviewer, maybe a bug finder or UX improvements, those sorts of things. So you have all these subagents, and then you have Claude Code. You can run it in this while loop. So there is a dangerous permissions thing. Permissions mode is that permissions mode for a sessions edit bypass permissions. Okay, so I think what they did was they changed it up because I have an upgraded version. Let me see. Allowed tools. Here it is. This is it. This is the thing I was looking for. Dangerously skip permissions. That's what I'm looking for right here. So we copy that, come over here, and then paste that in. There. Oh, almost. I didn't copy all of it. Dangerously. There we go. And then you say, that's it. There you go. Echo, build software. And then let's go ahead and close this window so we can see it. And then say done. There you go. Perfect. We did it. So this is it. So this is how you make it into a flow. Sparse. This is how you make it into a flow. This is how you do it. So you once you have your code agents, then you create a while loop, and then you just let it go. And then you just have it continuously invoke itself. And you want to give it a prompt to also make sure that your prompt includes which subagents you want it to use when necessary, so it chooses to use the right subagents. And then you set it and forget it, and you walk away, and you just let it run. You let it run overnight, maybe for a couple hours. You come back. You want to try it? You want to see what it does? Okay. I don't know if we have, with this Lang code, yeah, we've built some subagents. So we built a whole bunch of subagents, and now we're at the final stage. We've got to do some things. One, we want to run it in a while loop, because this is probably the most exciting part of this trick, is to get it to run continuously and calling on its own subagents to make a continuous improvement. Of this what we want to do is use Claude Code to just continuously iterate and loop. And then we're going to see how it goes. I'm actually set here. It says let's read the documentation, shall we? Let's read the documentation. Here we go. Bypass permissions checks. Recommended only for sandboxes with no internet access. Well, we've got some internet access here. Okay, so we're going to do it anyway. We're going to go against the recommendation. All right, because we have to keep YouTubing, right? We have to keep streaming here. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't be able to see. We're doing it. We built subagents, making it happen, and we're making it happen. Here we are. We're going to dangerously skip permissions. That's what we're going to do. We are going to dangerously skip permissions. Here we go. All right, Claude Code -P. So we need to give it a task. So we need to say using subagents code optimizer. And then we also say UX. Let's go back to our agents really quick. We want to list out all of our agents because we have to say to use them. That's the instructions in the documentation that says you have to specifically call out the subagents directly. Agents. So here we go. So we have code simplifier, right? So we have this guy, code simplifier. It's not code optimizer, it's code simplifier. So let's make sure we paste this correctly. The next one is UX improvement optimizer. Let's make sure we're using this one. Here we go. Okay. Go. Okay. And then what is, wait, we got some chat message here. Shyam, use ADK to build a swarm of agents with Olama. Light LLM, having a hard time, buddy. That would do the trick, wouldn't it? You could totally do it. So if you run Olama, you'd be able to do it locally. You would be able to have your agents, and you can use different models for each of the agents. And if you use ADK, that allows you to define these agents. I believe in Python, right? So you can define a nice workflow with Python. Joe, hey, how's it going, Joe? Good to see you. Happy to have you here. We're building Claude Code with subagents. We built some subagents, and now we are going to do the while loop. We have a while loop here on the screen. I don't know if you can see it that well on your screen, but we've got this while loop here, and we're going to have Claude Code do the things that we want it to do using our code agents. So we also have a code reviewer, and that's right here. There we go, code reviewer, and code reviewer. And we want it to make improvements to the app.js and index.html app. And then I think that's it. Is that it? I think that's it, right? I'm pretty sure that's it. We did it. Tanish, hey, how's it going? Happy to have you here. We're about to press the button. We're about to press go on this while loop to begin the journey of our multi-agent system. Are you ready? Here we go. It's going to happen. All right, let's see if I need other terminal. All right, it's ls. One of the things that I need to make sure is that I don't, because I did save. Whatever. All right, here we go. It's happening. It's about to happen. All right, we're doing it. Here it goes. It'll either work or it won't. It'll like fail completely, and then we'll have to make a few changes, or it'll go. All right, let's do it. All right, here we go. Paste. Did it? It's going. I think we did it. There it goes. I think it's working. I can't tell if it's working or not. It's not obvious. There's this pipe thing here. I'm not true. Do echo. Is my bash good? Did we get it correct? Let's just double check everything here. No, that should be fine. And we pipe that over into Claude with permissions and skip. So that should do it. Is it working? I actually don't know. I don't know if it's working or not. It's not giving me any feedback. Then we piped the echo into Claude Code. So is it working? I think it's working. It feels like it's working, or it's not working at all. I really can't tell. Can you guys tell? Could you see on the screen if it's working? Does it look like it's working to you? It seems like it is, right? Just checking. Chat, do you see? Or is it not working? It appears to be working. Oh, I see. Oh, actually, it does look like it should be working. Here, what we should be doing is actually just looking at the files. Okay, ls. Here we go. Let's watch. Let's do a watch. Watch. And let's do ls. Let's see if that works. I need more than that. I need more details. lsrth. Okay. We're watching it. When was the last time it changed? While true, do echo. Using Subagent, Code Simplifier, UX Improvement Optimizer, and Code Reviewer, make improvements to the app.js and index app. Okay. Check for lines of code. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to start that again. Make sure this is like the last thing that we do before we head out. I want to make sure that it's actually working. Here, let's do this. Let's get rid of the -p really quick, because the -p might be causing like it's like no output or something. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. Where's our watch at? Where's our watch window? Let's bring up our watch window again. Or we might have stopped the watch. Here. Claude -- help. Let's look for what the P is. What is the P? What is the Oh, check it out. Okay. At least we got something here. Something happened. Let's see here. All right. Error, raw mode not supported in the current process. Oh. Take a look at that. Take a look at that. Claude code running in bypass permissions mode. So let's double check. Let's double check. All right. So I think there's a -p. Here we go. Over print response and exit for pipes. Useful for pipes. Okay. So we do have to use -p. We do have to use -p. Okay. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. Let's do it. Claude code -p. Okay. Here it goes. We're going to do it again. Boom. We did it. Okay. Shyam, that's an engineer right there. Yeah. Basically, yeah. We want to make sure that everything's looking like it's working. And it seems like it is. But what we can do is let's see, ls-lsrth. We need to see if it actually makes any changes. And I want to make sure that it actually is. So right now we can tell, because here, check this out on the screen. You can see right here when it was last edited. So like the last edit date right here. And you can see 7 minutes, and it's been 4 minutes. Amen, what are you doing? We built some subagents, and we put Claude code into a while loop to use the subagents, and we're trying to see if it's actually going to work. And so far, we hit a problem, and we needed the P flag, and it seems like we did it, but I don't know. We'll find out. Wolves, roam around and find out. Yes, that's the plan. We're going to roam around and see if it works. .js, to see if we make any changes. Like, I'm not seeing anything happen. And what I want is, I want to be able to see something happen here, and it's not. It's not yet. It might be that we just, you guys, check it out. It updated. It is working. It's working right now. It's not telling us what it's doing, but it's working. The code changed. Look. Wolves, you had the idea. We roamed around and we found out. Look at that. Isn't that neat? What's going to happen if I reload the page? Is it going to give us, is it going to work? Is it in a non-working stage? All right, let's double check. Yep, see, we got an error. That means it's actually working. Here we did it. We did it, you guys. We did it. Multi-agent Claude code running in a while loop. So here's what you can do. Check it out. All you have to do is run this command and walk away. You just walk away. You don't have to sit at your computer clicking yes and approve over and over and over. You can just let it run on its own. And there it goes. You just have it run on its own. Isn't that cool? We did it. Shum, ADK has a loop agent till a condition is met. But Claude provide these kind of things. Yeah, so you could. I do believe there's something called hooks. So in Claude code, there's hooks. And you can make and use those hooks. So let's check out what the hooks are really quick. All right, so we're here, / Let's go into some hooks. Here you go. So you can jump into hooks. So we've got pre-use tool, post-use tool, notification, user prompt submit, session start, stop right before Claude stops. So we could implement a hook to exit this while loop. So that's something that we could do. We give it a stopping condition, for example. That's what we could do. We can give it a stopping condition. Isn't that cool? So we did it, you guys. We did it. Sparse, we did it. Poppy, walk away. Yep, just it. That's all you have to do is walk away. Wolves, hey, Sham, are you in Walmart? That's a good question. Sometimes you might be. Sometimes, Poppy, walk away until the PC catches on fire. Halt and catch fire. Yeah, exactly. So that's what you can do. You can do that now. We just did it. We basically just did it. I could walk away right now, and it's doing stuff. I don't know what it's doing. Let's reload the app and see if it's any better. Did they make it better? Oh, it fixed it. Look, it fixed it. Isn't that crazy? Oh, my God. And it's continuously making improvements. Oh, that's so cool. It's better and better. I didn't have to do anything. This is the future. We're in the future. Whoa. The computer did it for me. Isn't that crazy? Whoa, Jambuster, what kind of is this, bro? It's like we created some subagents, and then we used Claude's primary agent to call upon the subagents using the instructions that we read from Claude's website. We used the instructions. It told us exactly how to manage our subagents and how to call upon them. And we used them all together simultaneously to have it continuously iterate over our app and make improvements. And we just set it and forget it. And we can just walk away now. Isn't that crazy? Oh, it's so cool. We're in the future. We can build anything. You don't need to babysit the AI anymore. You can just use this approach. Isn't that cool? Wow. I suppose we probably need to do a few things. We probably want to add some Git check-ins, a Git branch, so they can commit code, and so that way it keeps track of what is changed, because it's just making changes and it's overwriting itself now. And we also would like it to keep a log, so we can have like a logger agent. So we could do a couple other things. We need this log subagent that keeps track of all the tasks that it completes and does. We have no idea what it's doing right now. And then we also want it to check in the code so we have revision history so we can sort of rewind if we want to see what it did. And then there you go. Developer in a box. Do you really have to do anything else? Isn't that amazing? We just did it. We win. We win at life. Yes, Jeremiah, it's insane. Wolves, bro, I'm connecting with similar-minded people. You are connecting with similarly minded people. It's happened. Shyam, can you go through architecture quick, Steven? Yes, I will. Jambuster, you can make a tutorial, bro. Yeah. So this entire video. So what we'll do is, so I do have an AI video editor that will take this live stream that showed us how to, build subagents and then have them run continuously in a loop. And so I'll make a video that show. Actually, I won't make the video. The AI will make that video for you, and then we'll upload it. Amen. Are you by chance stealing some future jobs right now? Yeah. It's actually yes. Because in a way, I'm stealing my own job, right? Aren't we stealing our own jobs by continuously making these tools better and more easy to use automatically? It's running in a for loop right now, this very second. Let's see what else it did. Let's find out what else it did. Let's check. Okay. It made more updates. What did it do? I don't know. The whole point of the stream was to use subagents on Claude Code. We built our own subagents. I'll show you the subagents we built. And then we have to go. We do have to end stream because I have other tasks that we have to do. But here we go. Check this out. Let's escape here. Let's go to agents. Let's see, /agents /ag. Here we go. So we made these agents here. So we made code simplifier. We made UX improvement optimizer and a code reviewer. But I want to make a few more. But I don't have time to make those on stream now. But I do want to make a few more. I want to make a bot that will track and log, or a sub agent that tracks and logs all the changes, because we want to be able to see that in a log file. Because I don't know what it's doing right now. And then it also needs to commit the code to Git in a Git branch. So that's another thing that it needs to do. But yeah, we did it. It works. It's successful. We built the sub agents, and then we put Claude Code into an infinite loop. And now it's just working infinitely. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. Here's what the for loop looks like. Where is it? Where's it at? Oh, is it? Hold on. Where is it at? Oh. Okay, here we go. Okay. I see. Interesting. So, Poppy, you can make an eval sub-agent to prevent the stagnation in improvements. Yes. Yep. Yeah, we need to be able to say how much better is it making it, and if it's at the point, that's actually a really good idea, Poppy, a sub-agent that evaluates how well the improvements are, and then it decides to end, right? It'll decide to close. That's a really good idea. The PubNub SDK, everything's encrypted and permissioned for you, so that is taken care of. Jambuster, you're using the LLM. What about using a virtualized container? Yeah, you could put it in Docker as well. So that's something that we could do. But we didn't. We're just running it in a directory in a for loop or in a while loop. Oh, infinite loop. It do just some more communication. Yeah. That works too. I think that's the next step. So that's what we got to do next time. In order to get this to really work in the right way, we need to, instead of using standard out, we need the models to keep track of the progress in dedicated a file, a directory, where it can keep track of all of its current progress. And we can not only do we track it, but it can track itself because we're running it in a while loop. So that's what we got to do next. So that's the plan. All right, before we head out, because we're heading out now, we're leaving. We got to end the stream. But before we go, we need to we want to check on our application one last time to see if it looks any better. So if anything changed, and I'm not sure it did. I think it did. It changed 2 minutes ago. See that, guys? Right here, it changed 2 minutes ago. What did it do? I'm actually kind of curious. This is why we need another sub agent. We need a sub agent to track what it's doing. I don't know what it did. It did something. I don't know what it did. Something happened. Poppy, are these kind of projects interesting for recruiters? I don't know. What do you mean? What do you mean? Are these kind of projects? Probably. Maybe. Recruiters are probably more focused on knowledge that you know and less about using of AI. But this is a check mark on your resume. Be a ability to use agents, an ability to use sub-agents, and ability to orchestrate the sub-agents to create a self-improving system. That sounds really cool, right? Get the AI to do the reports. Yeah, Jeremiah, I am. I'm gonna have the AI do it. I'm gonna use sub-agents to have it do it, right? So that way it can, because it's a challenging one. So maybe the sub-agents are gonna do the trick this time. So not only were we successful in learning the sub-agents tricks, I'm actually gonna leverage it and try it out. That's what I'm gonna do after our live here, after we leave.